Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's your boy Aznshane. I'm sorry for being out for so long. My one loyal fan who's watching. I've been busy with school stuff, but as you can see from the title, I played Dynasty Warriors Origins demo, and let me tell you, Dynasty Warriors is so fucking back. I enjoyed it so much that I think I came like 2 buckets. Yeah, I still have them if anyone wants them out there.
What?
This is not my first time playing a Final Fantasy game. I played them a lot when I was a kid. Played it with my uncle, and I fell in love with the chaos, how your character just like fucking went through entire platoons like a fucking demigod. In high school, I actually revisited the franchise, and I played 8 Extreme and Empires, and this franchise has a special place in my heart. From mowing down fodder to the hype ass music, it hits my fucking gaming senses. You know what I mean? Like, it just, like, when you play games and then you enjoy it so much that you just start like fucking, I don't know, like busting a nut. I think that happens to people. It happens to me a lot, actually. I just played Marvel Rivals earlier. Video coming out for that too, and I just busted all over the place. I need to clean up. Anyway, so when I played this demo, I was definitely having a good ass time. Like, it felt like the good old days. I had a lot of thoughts. What? I had a lot of thoughts that I would like to share with you guys. So I'm gonna start off with the graphics and the visual design. The looks of the character models right off the bat don't seem that different from 8 at all. I mean, I could be tripping, but they seem to keep them like pretty identical, which makes sense though. That's how they are in every game, even depicted in probably in history, stories, books, whatever. I always thought they would at least make a small change, but I thought they would at least change some sort of will have or add a unique design to the characters, because some people don't like looking at the same thing over and over and over for like every single game. You have to switch it up. Look at Tekken 8, right? They switched up some things, clothes, hairstyles, builds. Personally though, it doesn't matter to me because I really don't care, about visual design in any games. The graphics also didn't seem to evolve from 8 either. Doesn't look any different. I mean, it's been a pretty big gap in the game's like age, development, whatever. You think it would be crazier, like in modern graphics. That shit still looks like a PS4 game, but then again, doesn't bother me. It's good enough. I just don't want the game to be fucking dog shit. The same can also be said with how levels are for at least the mission. For the demo mission, it's only one mission, so it's kind of hard to judge, but the layout, routes, everything, like, it still looks the same as the other games. Like, you still have the square areas to go to capture objectives, to fight. It looks the same. The special effects are pretty simple as well. Like, there's no flashy particles or crazy stuff like that, like Final Fantasy 16 or Sparking Zero. Like, it's pretty normal. No big crazy special effects going on. Animation in some cutscenes look pretty smooth. Typical cutscene, but there's some cutscenes where it looked not that good, especially for a 2024 game. I know it's a demo, but doesn't a demo means that like 80% of the game is done? Like, it's near good. It's basically like the beta for story games. I mean, I could be wrong though. They should be finished with stuff though. I mean, at least, or most stuff too. But it doesn't look finished to me. I mean, like, look. So in terms of story, there is none. I mean, there probably is. I don't know what's going on. I didn't care. I only care for like the combat. When I was playing, there was dialogue going around, but I barely paid attention to it. I was even lost in the mission objectives though, so I mean, I could play it again for you guys if you want, but I didn't really care. I assume it's about the warring stage period, like every game. I wasn't locked in, so I don't even know if there's multiple endings either. I was just so preoccupied with everything else that I didn't even pay attention to the objectives. In other games, there are multiple endings depending on like certain objective you do. Like those objectives will determine the outcome of certain scenes, and then pave another pathway through the story. I only did Lubu's in 8. I tried to do what's it, Sao. I couldn't do it because there was like a mission crash. That I don't know why, but there was a crash at this one mission all the freaking time. I couldn't do it. I tried though. I assume there is no multiple endings in the mission because it's the demo, of course, and we don't get anything about our main character except that he's helping out this guy's army. Like, there's no background or anything about the character. He just comes in, let me fight for you, let me mash him, bro, let me mash him. Moving on to the RPG aspects from the demo, we don't see much. I mean, no leveling system, no skill tree, no stat upgrades, which I mean, it's the demo. Doesn't mean it's not there, but they probably just didn't want to add it there to, like, you know, save it for the real game. But I think it's sad that we don't see anything. I personally would have loved that in the demo, at least something, even if it was live. But we do see something new, which are these skills. I mean, I think they're new. In past games, a character will only have like a Mosu attack. I think I pronounced that right. A special attack. It's like an ultimate, really. There's no character customization. So you only play as this typical Asian guy. So you're not getting any representation unless you're Asian. But considering the geographic location and what war this is supposed to take place, it makes sense. You're the only customization you got right now is probably like weapons. You change your weapons. Now on to the good stuff. Yeah, you guys can't see, but I'm rubbing my hands together. The combat is one of my favorite things in video games, in every video game. All right, and in this case, the combat is my favorite thing about the franchise. Now, the general combat is the same as the other games. You mash square, you press triangle to do the flashy combo finishers. There are different square triangle movesets like the other games. You mow down the fodder the same. Still feels pretty good, but as I mentioned before, they added skills. You can use it once you fill these like meters separate from the ultimate. The skill meter gets charges from items, but the Mosu attack, the ultimate, does not get, or it doesn't replenish. They don't have any replenish items at all. So you only get the charge from beating up fodder, captains, generals, commanders, or anything you can, like, you know, you get beat up or kill. So unlike 8, you can't do the item spawn buff and kill the enemies to like drop the Mosu Gorge to recharge anymore. At least in this game. For you guys who don't know what I'm talking about, in English, basically, you can't cheese. Squidward, no cheese. There is now finishers in the game, which is, I'm pretty sure, is new. It's a new mechanic. I don't remember seeing this in the other ones. When I mean finishers, I mean like Dark Souls type finishers, like, or action game type finishers, like Yakuza Heat Action, or fucking what's that one game? Cop. Dogs, Sleeping Dogs. Like Sleeping Dogs finishers, or any action game finishers. What do you call it? Dynasty Warriors has that now, which is, they are fucking fire, and they're really great for pulling out like easy damage as well. So like in recent action games, once you deplete once you deplete enemy stamina bars, you can do like a very cool finisher to just like execute them. For important enemies, you do like big ass damage. Well, Dynasty Warriors Origins does the same thing. Very useful, like I said, and great way to get good damage off. The skills also can interrupt enemies as well. They're not just good for comboing or quick damage. Like when the enemy is about to do their skill, you can use, if your skill is not on cooldown, you can use your skill to like block them, dodge them, and attack back or something. Pretty useful. Another mechanic, I'm pretty sure this is new, specifically for skills though. They're really They're not that cool actually. Some moves are just alright. But another way to defend yourself. They also have a perfect dodge system and a parry now. At least I think these mechanics are new. Maybe not the parry. It's been in some games, but it was not like this. I'm telling you, this parry is upgraded. After doing either a perfect dodge or a parry, you get like a combo window. When fighting important units or characters, you get a window to cook. Is the combat smooth? Hell yeah. Smoothest gameplay in 2024. Let me chill. I don't want to glaze because it's just the demo, but for the most part, it didn't feel stiff. You're not stuck mashing square, and you can use the skills to combo almost right away, or block and dodge out of it. Same when you're in a skill animation, you can actually just parry while you're doing the move, so you're not stuck. I think you can also dodge as well. You feel pretty free. I wish the normal movement was good, because I actually couldn't tell if I was running or not. And I don't think there's a sprint button. Maybe there was. Maybe it's automatic, but you feel mad slow. Granted though, you do have a horse, but I don't like mounts in most games because in my opinion, I think you look cooler running to where you're going. So I purposely avoid mounts. So maybe that's my problem, right? I mean, there's a simple solution. Just use your fucking mount. So a lot of people might be mad at this mechanic because it's been a staple in Dynasty Warriors games. But in 8, most other games in the franchise, you can actually choose which character to play. Throughout each story mission, there'll be like an area where you can choose, or like a point of the mission where you can choose which person to bring in the story. But obviously in this one, you're actually stuck, the Asian guy. But they do let you bring a character with you, like a duo. I brought the GOAT, the God of War, Guan fucking Yu.
He's the GOAT! The GOAT!
They'll follow you around, they'll hit certain units. I don't think they'll heal you though. Maybe some characters do. Guan Yu definitely didn't heal me. They can also do a combination attack with you. I don't know how to trigger that. It was random for me. At least I think it's random, unless there's a special condition I just don't know about. It looks cool, very helpful. Took out a big crowd, does decent damage. And in the big battle, they let you switch to play as him. He did this crazy ass ultimate that almost took half of the fucking army, bro. Like, I was fucking hyped. Oh, I did it too early, guys. Oh my god. Oh my god, he cleared a whole battlefield. Oh my god. That's that boy Guan Yu, dude. Oh my god. And then you switch back. I don't think you can switch back whenever you want though. There's this new tactics mode. You hold L2 and then you can view the objectives and important enemies and allies as well, and you can see their health. In this mode, you can also use tactics that you equip. This is also new. You choose an area or objective to use it on, and it depends on the tactic you choose. If I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure the bases work kind of similarly in this game as well as the older games. You take it by beating the fodder or any important unit there. The important one is probably worth more points, I'm pretty sure, if I remember. I have to talk about the coolest part of the demo. Eventually, you get to this point in the demo where you encounter this big ass battle. And I mean, it's fucking big, dude. I ran to that objective and I was amazed at how many units were sitting there waiting for you. Like, it was crazy. I don't think I ever seen this in a Dynasty Warrior game. It was cool. It felt like they just like buffed the Dynasty Warriors format, and I was actually fighting in a battlefield, but not like it was not like the other games. The enemies are like kind of spread apart in large groups around the map. There's a bunch of enemies, of course, like over 1,000 every game, but they're not crowded together. You know what I mean? But in this fucking mission, the whole army was just bunch in this little area, and it felt like a whole crazy ass battle, dude. I mean, just look at this scale. Look at this scale, dude. Look at it. Look. They need to keep doing this. If it's not in the main game, I will be fucking pissed. If it was only for this demo, this one mission, I don't want the game. I don't want the game. Just don't bother releasing it. And the fodder was like, these guys were actually helping the enemy officers fight you. Like they weren't just standing there and taking it like good boys. I don't know why I said that, but you know when I mean they don't just crowd around you. They're actually hitting you and helping the leader. You can also see like other officers fighting other officers, and it just felt epic. You know what I mean? Like a Lord of the Rings film, like a medieval film, battle war film. That's what it felt like. They introduced a new type of tactic mechanic in this battle as well, where an enemy or ally will charge a important tactic on a very large scale, and if an enemy does it, you have to kill a certain amount of fodder or beat the officer to stop it. And if it's an ally grand tactic, I think that's what they call them, you just have to protect them for like a time limit, and then they will do the tactic. And these grand tactics are technically not peer first in this game. 8 had something like that. You trigger these by going to like a certain objective or whatever, but you didn't have to like beat a certain amount. Actually, I think you did. I think you had to interact or something or whatever, right? And you just trigger on the map, and it will happen on that area of the map, or maybe even the whole area. If I remember a specific one, there was like a boulder one that the enemy had boulders, and you had to go beat at a certain objective to like stop the boulders from dropping on certain maps. There's a flood one. You could stop the flood. The grand tactics for this game were effective as fuck. Like they destroyed like half the army.
Alright, let's move on. Now, I know this is what everyone was looking for. This next part. This is what everyone clicked on the video for. My reaction to Lu Bu. When he came in, I already knew it was fucking him, because that's how he always came in. Pause. But in every fucking game, he always jumping in, doing some extra shit. And in this one, he came in with the music switch. And let me tell you, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was actually fucking scared. I didn't want to fight him. I did not. I tried to run away.
Oh shit. Wait, what is he doing? Oh!
This is the power of the strongest warrior, unrivaled under heaven. It's Loifu! We gotta get out of here!
Oh, my heart.
And then turns out he's a fucking boss fight, which is also very new to the franchise, by the way. They don't technically have boss fights. It's just like a something called a commander unit, where in the level you go to the other side of the map, which is the enemy's base. They're like a more buffed up little officer. You know, they would do an occasional like defense move, even probably do like an alt. Normal officers barely do alts at all, but they would actually do theirs, especially on hard. They would do it like once or twice, you know, and it would do a lot of damage. They would have like a damage buff. The only thing that was the same is his damage buff. And let me fucking tell you, it's a fucking damage buff. This motherfucker can two-shot me like he was fucking playing golf, right? He was trying to shoot for an eagle.
Nice car.
But besides the damage buff, everything else was different. It feels like an actual articulate boss fight. I have not seen this before in the franchise. He doesn't do like simple stuff, or you know, just move around like an NPC. He was like doing actual boss fight stuff, like from Dark Souls. It was so cool. They made like actual pattern move sets for him, and if you didn't know how to read it, you just die. He like slashed. He did these red slash things. He aura screamed, and then after that he would like charge out your ass and stone cold fucking slam you. It was aura. Like he had mad aura. It was crazy.
What is the next step of the operation?
And then there was another one where he just jumps and slams down, causing an area effect damage. And then red stuff comes out his pussy and shit like that. It did a lot of damage. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It wasn't boring. It was not like the other games where you would just go to the commander, beat his ass, and then we're done. Like, he came in, did his shit, and you cried. Now, I don't know what they fed this man. They probably found the tree of might and gave him like dozens of these goddamn fruits. Cause I was constantly getting fucked by this man. No pause. I took it like a good boy.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, dude, I was playing on normal and I died like 10 fucking times. He did so much damage, like half my health each hit, and every time I restarted, he decimated my team. Every time. I had no help at all. 10 seconds in, I looked to get some stuff so I can, you know, because I fucked myself a little bit before the boss fight to get some health. And every time I came back, my whole team was gone. The whole crowd, the whole army disappeared. And all I saw was Lu Bu sitting there running at me. I was shaking in my non-existent boots because I don't wear boots. But I hope you guys understand. He was cracked. He even cooked Guan Yu, the Chinese Kratos, the fucking god of war, in mere seconds. Like, what the fuck? I know he's Lu Bu and all, you know, the prime LeBron of the Warring States period. I get it, but this man was acting like Zeus, the way he was smiting my team. I was in awe every time. I kept getting cooked, and it was like, what made it worse was that not only my team was getting fucked up, I was getting fucked up. I was getting cooked by his moveset every fucking time. Like, I thought I learned his patterns. When he did his range moves, I like perfect dodged, and then when I tried to dodge again, I kept getting hit. Like, thanks game for rewarding me with free damage. Like, I love it. I felt like I was playing Dark Souls all over again. I can't even imagine playing this game on hard. I bet it's just like chicken balls. I don't even want to try it to see how it is. Like, I'm good, because if I struggled this bad on normal, it definitely will feel like hell playing that shit on hard. That's for sure. So this entire demo experience, or this, not the entire, this Lu Bu part of the demo, I was not having a good time. Like, I was getting beat senseless, right? Restarting, trying to figure out how to beat this guy. But then I looked at the map. Yes, I know, like, the map has been there for the entire demo, the entire game. It's part of the UI. What were you doing? I was too busy looking at Lu Bu beat me down, right? But I finally look at the map. Then I see this little part of the map. It's bases. I was like, oh shoot, you can actually like go in different areas in this boss fight. So I go. Then I see the Holy Grail, the Fountain of Youth, Bao Buns. I can finally heal. This changes it, because remember I said I fucked myself before the boss fight. I had low health, as you can see. I was scrounging up the battlefield for anything I could like heal, and there was nothing at all. So when I found this, I changed the game, literally. Like, I don't think it was a demo anymore, right? So I healed up, even captured the base, right? I was like, oh yeah, let me capture this base. The units, like ally units spawn in. I was like, oh yeah, we beating the shit out of Lu Bu now. So when he came to the base, I fought his ass, and guess what? It didn't fucking work. I still got cooked. So then I restart again. Then I look at the map again. I see hope. I see another base. 2 bases. And guess what? Guess what this other base have? They have extra Bao Buns. I was ecstatic. I was happy. I was everything, I guess, right? So then I start cooking, right? I had a plan, Arthur. I fight him here using all the items, right? Then go back to the other one to use that item in that base, right? You know, just reserves. Okay, I used up all this one. Let me go to the other base. Let me use the reserves, right? I could beat his ass. I got health, and more health. But this plan had one entire flaw. I was ass. I was dog shit. It didn't matter that I had extra healing stuff now, because he would just beat my ass. So after that didn't work, I restarted, desperately doing this failed plan over and over again, hoping that would work because that's all I had. I was capturing the bases, and then I get my full ultimate form, where you get full meter on everything. And then I said, of course.
The obvious answer that I have known.
But how do I recharge it? Of course, wait, I already know. By the fodder. That's it. How do you like that, Lou Boo? I win! So I did that. I fought him at this base, used my ultimate form, keep running back and forth to avoid him, and then when I got my ultimate form again, I came back to fight him. Basically, cheesing. I won, right? No, I did not win. While I ran back and forth from the bases, I looked up at his health bar. He was regenerating health the entire time. So when I got him low, his health got back up. That I just had to face him and die again. I was like, alright, Lubu, there you go. You got it, bro. You got it. I see the fit, Lubu. I see it. We all see the fit. Right? I was hopeless. I fell to my knees. No, I didn't. I just restarted. So I had to go back to make another plan. Right? At restart, backspace, alt control delete. Blue line the whole entire plan, and then cut. And then I just came to realization. I was like, all I can do, right? Because it was hopeless. I lost a lot of hope. So I was like, listen, all I have to do is learn his moveset, parry perfect every time, and lock in. That's all I had to do. That's all I can come up with. And then, while I was playing, one time when I used my ultimate form, he hit me, and I realized I didn't take no damage. So I was like, okay, no damage, that's good. But my ultimate form doesn't last long, because when you use the skills, it depletes it, and then when you actually use your ultimate, it just depletes the whole meter. And then it hit me. I can just not use the skills and just spam the regular combos, the square triangle combos. And then when my the ultimate form is almost gone, depleted, right? I'll just use the ultimate form attack. All that was left for me to do was to lock in. So I do this plan, right? So then the next restart, I put this plan into play, right? I fight him, do my ultimate form when I got it, do the square combos. And then boom, final ultimate form move. Got some good health away, chunk away, but then I am now exposed. I'm naked. If he hits me, I'm done. I don't know what happened, but I don't know, like Super Saiyan God just like flew into me. Like I had demons
coming inside me.
And then I was locked in. I parry, perfect dodge, and I parry him again. Take that. Using my Sharingan, and I cooked him. I fucking did it. I locked in. Like, fuck this guy. I'm done. I beat the shit out of him. I finally beat Lou fucking Boo. I was so excited that I was done with this demo. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't feel like a demo. It felt like a whole entire movie. I did all that. Made 3 fucking plans just for one man. One legend. Lou fucking Smug Boo. The final aspect. What would you call it? Would you say last but not least? I think that's how it goes. The soundtrack. The music, if you will. It was fucking amazing. I mean, what can I say? Going through the countless fodder with these hype-ass soundtracks in the background feels so cool and sounds so good with the screams of the fodder as well. I mean, listen to it. Are you listening? Now, when Lou Boo appeared and it switched to his theme, at least I think it's his theme. I was too busy being scared, shaking in my boots, and busting. I mean, hype that I was gonna get destroyed by this man. I mean, pause. Whatever, right? I think it's his theme. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. And that music switch was so fucking hype when he came in. Pause again. Fuck. All right. Anyways, on to the conclusion. All right. The combat was great. They added a lot of new and good mechanics, and it was smooth, not choppy or anything. It felt real smooth. I love the tactics they added. You always had an army fighting with you, but you really weren't interacting with them at all or not controlling them. But now, in some way, they added ways for you to do that. That is also nice. That's like peanuts on top, you know, of ice cream. I don't know if some of you guys like that. I don't even know why I said that. But anyways, I loved the boss fight, even though it sounded like I didn't. I enjoyed like 25% of it, like, because it was new, right? And it was cool to learn his moveset and fight him and eventually be good enough to become his equal, to beat his ass. It's not just some hack and slash game anymore. This boss fight, like, it opened a whole new world for me. I hope I don't get copy strike by Disney. It added depth with a PTH, guys, right, to these fights. Now, the giant battle was also the spotlight for me, though. Even though I talked a lot about Lu Bu, that was actually the most hype. Like, being a part of that giant battle and just watching everyone just scrap, and then just like it felt like I was in some, like I said, fantasy movie, medieval movie or whatever. And I hope that part of the mission will be in every single level. I mean, it doesn't have to be in every single level of the game when it comes out, but it has to be like reoccurring at least, because that was so fucking cool. I think you guys should try the demo too. I hope you guys might enjoy it. Maybe have a better time with the Lu Bu boss fight than me. And thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe to join all the 6.4 billion agents in the world, I think. I'm just guessing. And make sure you guys wipe your assholes.
Let it cross.
Catch y'all at the next video. Peace.